What's poppin', everybody? We are so happy to be back. I feel like I'm home. Man, like, I love doing this. I love being here, giving y'all that flavor, all that drip, all that sauce. So we're going to definitely kick it off. We have a dope show in store for you guys. Of course, an exclusive interview with one of Wichita's very own. But we're going to address the elephant in the room first because there's been some changes. If you've been down with Flavor in the Mix, you see I'm still here, but we got a new co-host in the building. Everybody may already know him, but I want him to introduce himself for those who may not know him. So,
cue the round of applause, yay, all that good stuff. It's your boy Chris Key. Y'all know me from TBG Promotions. Y'all know me as the promoter of the city. Y'all know me from the word legit because that's how I say it. That's what I do, and that's how I live it. So I'm here. We're going to have a good time. We're going to mix it up. It's been the ladies handling this, but now it's about to be a lady and a man, and we about to handle that business, and I'm going to represent for my fellas out there.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I said it.
Uh-oh. That's a big burden.
No, it's not.
Y'all don't know how to act. You going to hold it down for the fellas out there.
I'm going to hold it
down. Y'all don't know
down
how to act.
for the fellas, and I'm going to represent well.
Okay, all right. We definitely want to get into a hot Facebook conversation that we had here in Wichita, Kansas. So we talked about why there are so many singles here. I asked the fellas first. Fellas, there's some good-looking ladies. I know of some personally, and they're single. They're looking for good men. What is the problem? And the fellas did not hold back. I mean, like I said, they didn't hold back, man. They was like, bitches ain't shit and hoes, and they just want to sell coochie all day. And I mean, the disrespect was real, though.
Oh, some of them post on that, man.
Ladies stated facts. We didn't say anything disrespectful.
Whoa.
Everything we said was facts.
There was a few y'all was trying to call us out talking that big stuff, but yeah, y'all.
So I want to know, before we get into the comments, because we're going to get into some of the comments, we want to talk about all the people. We had over 400 comments on both statuses when we asked the ladies and we asked the fellas. So we definitely want to read some of the comments. We want to talk about our opinion on some of those comments. But I am curious to hear what you have to say, Chris, because you kept your opinion to yourself the whole time. So
multiple people kept asking me, "Hey, Chris, what do you think?"
Yes, we want to
know.
know
What's on your mind.
Okay, so if you had to say, why do you think there are so many single women in Wichita? Let's start with the women.
Oh, man. Why are there so many single women in Wichita?
Why do you think, in your opinion?
Ladies, y'all probably going to hate me. At this moment, I do not care. I'm going to just keep it as real as a buck. There's too much of, I know this person, I know that person, everybody knows everybody, so I'm just going to sleep around.
Wow.
There's too much of, I think I'm better than this person. I think I'm better than that person. So I belong to this man. There's too much of, I'm going to post myself half naked on Facebook, on Instagram, on Snapchat, and expect to be treated like a wholesome woman. You laughing, but I'm so serious.
What is wrong if a girl want to feel sexy?
Now,
what is wrong with it? I just don't understand.
Here's my thing. There's a limit to what I believe is showing off and what I believe is a thirst trap.
Okay. What's a thirst trap? What is a thirst? What is the difference between if I'm feeling myself and I want to post it on my IG or on my Facebook or whatever, I'm feeling myself, right, or I'm trying to set a thirst trap. So what's the difference?
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, help us out.
You gonna post yourself on your social media in a thong?
Well, no, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't. However,
that's a thirst trap.
Oh, because it's the thong. It's the ass out.
There is no fella, no man that I know that wants his woman to be on social media in a thong for everybody else to see.
Okay, so what?
Now I get. Hold on.
I got to know.
Now I get if you're going out to the beach and you going out to a bikini party or something like that, and that fits the theme.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I get that. I understand that. But if it's just normal day stuff and your woman is constantly posting pictures of herself on IG and Instagram, IG and Facebook and all of that, with her thong out, no bra on, going like this and all that type of stuff. I mean, come on now. That's a thirst trap.
Okay, so wait a minute. Okay. So a thirst trap is a woman just on a regular day in her room chilling and decides she wants to take a mirror selfie with her thong out, and she's setting a thirst trap.
With a thong out, fresh out the shower. Come on now.
Okay. But I don't understand why those women can't be taken serious. I ain't gonna lie. Okay.
Who's gonna take?
Why not? She could, if she's single, she doing single stuff.
If she's single, she want to do all that. That's her business. But don't be trying to expect a fella to come at you
like a wholesome woman,
non-sexual.
Okay.
If that's how you gonna present yourself.
Okay. But so what if how did men come at, just say like a Cardi B, or if you were in the industry or something like that, and sex sales? I mean, let's be honest.
They ain't in the industry.
Okay, but what if they are in the industry? Is it still a sex? Is it still a thirst trap?
It ain't no ands, ifs, or buts to it. They ain't in the industry. They don't have that cred.
Okay. All right. Well, what else do you have to say?
I'm
gonna let you finish before I get into it for my ladies, because my ladies know I'm always gonna hold them down. But do you have anything else to say on the topic of why there are so many single ladies here in Wichita, Kansas?
All I'm gonna say is that, ladies, y'all gotta really stop looking for fellas that y'all think is the perfect man. Nobody out here is perfect. Myself is not perfect. I said that wrong. Myself, I am not perfect in any way. I have flaws, just like any other person, man, woman, whatever you want to be. We all have flaws. But to treat somebody and expect somebody to be this person that you want, they got to look like, they got to have a body like Tank. They got to sing like Usher. They got to, I wasn't going to go on the other aspect. No. You know what? Fuck it. They got to be a porno star in the bed.
Yeah, they do.
Now, hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
At all.
But stop expecting that from everybody. That's the problem. Y'all expect too much.
Oh, my gosh. Ladies, should I kill him now myself, or should I save him for the crowd? Should I save him for the group?
Bring it on.
Okay, so I'm gonna speak on why I feel like there's so many single men here in the city. Mm-hmm. So I feel like in Wichita, Kansas, I've seen this. It's cool to be a pimp. It's cool to disrespect and down talk and mistreat women. It's damn near like a trend, and it shows on the comments, on the statuses. I mean, we was bitches and hoes. They just want to sell pussy. They just want to do this. They just want to do that. Listen.
And I don't condone. Let me put this out there on record. I don't condone none of that.
You don't condone selling coochie. I'm just saying. Listen. I'm gonna put it like this. I got a lot of friends that, do whatever they need to do for some money. They're all single women. When you're looking and your lights is about to be cut off, or you ain't got no food in the house, or whatever the case may be. And Leroy, he been asking for some box, and he willing to pay for it. I feel like every woman done sold a little box. If you done did it to a man that you wasn't interested in pursuing a relationship with, but you were doing it to gain something or to get something, then you sold some box. And I feel like all women do it. So men do it too. They hump women. They take one for the team. They do it for Jordans and whatever else. They sell some penis. They do. It happens.
Whoa.
I'm just saying.
Here's my thing. My thing is, if you got to pay for it, it's not worth it. Let's be real.
Oh, my God.
Let's be real. If you gotta go into this whole topic and be like, hey, I'm coming at you for a transaction before I come at you to be real with you on a level of a relationship, it's not real.
I just don't feel like it should be looked down on. Like, men, like, I want a woman that's this and this and this. Like, really, to be honest, they too worried about what was and who's gonna say what. Like, people go through stuff, people change, people develop. Like, you don't know somebody's situation, you don't know their circumstances, you don't know what they were faced with at the time. And I think that people, if I ask somebody about you, Chris, I'm gonna hear all the negative that they know about you before one positive thing comes out their mouth. And that's just the way human nature is. Like, people are just negative and more attracted to negativity. Facts. And I feel like being in a relationship, for men, I feel like there's so many single men because it's corny. they think it's corny to be like with one woman or to have a family or to settle down and everything. It's more popular to be that pimp and that player that's taking down all these women. So a lot of men are single because they're trying to keep up with their boys or keep up with the trend. And
that is what social media has presented.
That's been since the beginning of time.
Let me just put this out here. That's what Love and Hip Hop has presented.
I love Love and Hip Hop. I watch it every Monday.
That's why half of these fellas is thinking they can be like, who was it, Benzino or the rest of them people.
Not Benzino used to get back. You ain't watched it in a while. Benzino been off.
I have, but I'm just naming off people.
Okay, but
you just gonna throw me under the bus like
I'm
that.
just saying,
I was
that
just saying
Benzino, you was better off saying Stevie J.
Okay, Stevie
the good
J.
guy. But even Stevie J,
Stevie J cool now.
But Stevie, and he's married to, Faith and stuff like that. And he rode that storyline for a long time between Jocelyn and Mimi and all that other stuff. But I just kind of feel like now people like Stevie more. Like, he's more appealing, I feel like, now that he's settled down, married to Faith, and, kind of playing the good guy.
What was the name of the little group? The Creep Squad?
The Creep Squad. See, that's what I'm talking about. Man, like, they develop groups and shit over being creeps. Like, it's celebrated, it's a joke and everything like that. Like, I'm not going to read any of the comments from the men that were calling women bitches and hoes and all that, because I think that shit is corny. I think you whack. I think you ain't never going to get no pussy talking like that. And I think that,
they just made themselves look bad.
They did make themselves look bad. Read some of the comments you got, though.
All right, so
I'm gonna tell you about some.
On a good note, this is a long one. Let me see. Should I go the long way? So I got two different ones.
Okay.
If I chop your names up, I'm sorry.
Me too.
I don't know you, but hey. Damone Jones.
Damone, I love Damone. That's my friend. Right? Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what's up. All right, he said, honestly speaking for myself, a lot of women are stuck on their past men too. But because the man from your past did you wrong, you assume the next one will okay, we have some typos, excuse me. Will see you as a good man, but that fear of hurt will turn you back and make you believe going back to what you used to being with will work. From what I've seen, something simple as opening the door for a woman or holding an umbrella when it's raining, women think you want something, which we're going to get to that in a minute. Men aren't the same. Some are just good, and once people accept that, they'll be less single because, for example, a man can compliment a girl saying she's beautiful or a queen. She'll give more attention to the man that wants to match or chill trying to have sex. And some men will go for the woman posting half-naked pictures than the woman with morals.
When you see a woman on Facebook and she got like a turtleneck on and all that stuff, are you like, she looks amazing, and I'm gonna go back and look again because she looks so beautiful? Or if you see big old booty Judy on that thing, butt naked, you gonna go back and you might even double tap that thing.
That big booty Judy though. And that saying is never going away. First off, who's wearing turtlenecks anymore?
Listen.
Oh, my bad. The baby brought that back.
Don't talk about the baby. We gonna all the way fall out.
Anyway.
Don't talk about him.
So, that goes both ways. But my thing is, there was a comment on here with how we try to open doors for women or we hold the umbrella and stuff like that. Like, we're being nice.
Right.
But it's taken as we want something from
it. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, Damone. I mess with Damone. That's my homie. I'm gonna tell you right now your problem, okay? First of all, the women that Damone goes after, they prey on men like you, okay? They prey on it. Because you can't be, I'm serious. If you're gonna go after the girl that you met at the place, shout out the place, what up, Eddie? That's my spot. But if you're gonna go for a girl that you met at the place with her titties all out, with the tight dress on or whatever else, weave. There's a stereotype. There is. For those type of women. You're going to go for those type of women, and then you want those type of women to not use you for your money, not run you all the way down, not game you all the way down and take everything you have. Like, it's the women that you're going for. Don't go for her. Like,
so who said that that's the type of woman that he was holding the door open for?
That's the type of woman he hold.
Oh,
That's the type
wow.
of woman. That is the
Damar,
woman.
I didn't put you out there like that, but you.
No, I'm saying, listen. If you hold, you should hold the door anyway. It's just polite. You should just hold the door for women anyway.
This is a gentleman thing to do.
It's
yeah.
a gentleman thing to do. Listen here. Let me get to the comments because Chris is out of control here. Okay, so I wanted to read one comment in particular from. There was so many. It was so hard to narrow it down, man. I'm gonna read a comment from Kisa. That's again my aunt, big fan of the show. She had 22 reactions from her comment, which is one of the reasons why I chose it. But. Nice. She said, maybe they're all ran through. Tax money asking, multiple kids having, broke, BM car driving, living with they really lying, narcissistic attitude having, video game playing, in the club with the homies chain wearing, bottle sharing, Metro PCS using, untrustworthy. And just to say, women was everything but the right thing yesterday. And I'm sorry, a lot of that, I know a lot of ladies who they fit the mode of a lot of this stuff. You know,
I got a question though. I mean, what is wrong with fellas playing video games nowadays?
I hate the video game. I hate it.
Y'all would get mad at us for sitting there playing 2K or Madden when that's our time to have a little bit of fun while we're at home.
What? We've been waiting for y'all to get home all day and show us a little love, affection, and attention. First thing y'all want to do is go in the refrigerator and then go turn on that game. Okay, ladies are sick of it.
Like y'all ain't sitting at home on the couch on Snapchat taking selfies 24/7.
Not when you come home. Not when not when the men come home. Like when the men come home, we like ready to listen.
Fellas, look, this is what I was saying. When we try to express ourselves, they take it as we coming at them negative.
Y'all are.
Right? We only just letting them know what the real deal is.
Listen here. Man, put down the controllers, okay? Grab your lady by the hand and do something real nasty and freaky to her. She gonna appreciate you. She gonna love you for it.
I mean, we could do that while we play the video game.
Hell no. You want to bring Fortnite into the bedroom? You want to bring NBA 2K into... You want to hit me doggy style and lay the remote on my back and still... No.
Just make sure you ain't got that headset on while you playing.
I'm done. Listen here. We can talk about it all day long. We had, again, over 400 comments on Facebook. Man, keep y'all's interaction coming. That's what gives us the gas and the juice to keep doing what we're doing, to include the city, to include y'all's thoughts on everything that's going on. So we're going to be on Facebook. We're going to post more questions.
Oh, yeah.
We
got some juicy stuff.
We got some juicy stuff. And these questions are like controversial questions, so people get like really passionate about it and about their answers and stuff, so we appreciate it. Let me cover my phone. I don't want nobody to see no dick pics.
Right. Whoa.
It's okay, I can get dick pics. What's wrong with you?
I never said anything about that, but let's not put that on the show.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Then we're going to have a whole nother episode.
So what? Fellas, send your ladies. Fellas, send your lady pictures.
Why he got
you know what? This is why we need to have that show about the sex. We having a show about sex, how to keep it spicy in the bedroom, things that you can do, toys that you can use for men and for women, because people act like they want to get in the bed and do a missionary every day for their life, and some of us aren't with that. Did you find the fire?
We're going to move on to the next topic.
So actually, we do have a special guest in the building for y'all. Mr. Chris Walker is here.
Yeah, Big Walk Apparel.
And we're going to actually sit down and talk to him about what he has to come, who he is, what he's doing.
He's going to showcase some of the shoes that he got, too.
Which is dope. So y'all going to go ahead and check out this little music that we got. And then when you see us again, we're going to have Chris Walker with us.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back.
Every time you see her, got a baby sweater. She deserve a kick, you got a babysitter. Stunting on the ex tonight and made him bitter. She's a fucking star tonight, the place is lit up. Cause it ain't about how you fall, it's how you get up. She just got another job and got her chips up. Stunting on the ex tonight and made him bitter. And it's her birthday, she going downtown. Fucking right, baby, live your life. Can't live it twice, it's a fight just to live it right. They gon' hate on you, that's the road, that's the way it goes. Yeah, that's how the cookie crumble when the looking worth it. Perfect, these nigga lurking. Perplexed on how you work it. You look sexier in person. I bet sexing you was perfect. You may suck a nigga nervous. They won't speak. Back to twerking. She been working all week. She going downtown. Call up all the girls. It's on. Got the niggas like, oh, what she got on? She know she doing it wrong. She been working all week. Going downtown. Call up all my dogs. It's on. Got the bitches like, who's it? What I got on, I know I'm doing it wrong. I'm looking perfect. I've been working all week. Looking player as I ever played. I've been working all week, slave. Fucking right, gotta live my life. Me and my niggas come from something, so we celebrate it. Pop another bottle, let's get hella faded. You know me rolling up weed, I stay medicated. If you come with me, you getting lit. First we get a sip at the Legion, then we dip. We going downtown, I'm a different dude. Play by different rules, in some different shoes. Can't box me in, I stick and move. And I don't ever chase these bitches, let them pick and choose. But I see one by the bar looking thick and cute. I didn't come to act no fool, I got shit to lose. Besides, you see them in person, they do a switcheroo. I can see in your eyes that you couldn't fit the shoes. I'm laid back, smoking this cookie, don't get it misconstrued. Call up all the girls, it's on. Got the niggas like, oh, what she got on, she know she doing it wrong. She been working all week. Downtown, call up all my dogs, it's on. Got the bitches like, who's it? What I got on, I know I'm doing it wrong. I'm all right.
Let me get my Kevin Hart on. We are back. We hope y'all like that tune. Y'all let us know. Is it a hit or is it not a hit?
Is it whack or crack?
Is it trash or is it the full filet mignon?
Ooh. Okay.
I've never had filet mignon, but I hear it's very tasty.
It's overrated.
Okay. So we are here with Mr. Chris Walker with Big Walk Apparel.
Yeah. What's up?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing good. I appreciate y'all for having me here.
I appreciate you for
very
coming.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you for being a part of the show.
So I got a lot of questions and stuff like that. First question is, where's my shoes? No kidding. He's like,
straight to it.
Straight to it. Like, what's up,
to
shoes?
it. Yeah, let's jump right on in.
Up? So
We
tell
can
us
work
about
something
the
out.
shoes, though.
So, I've been having my brand for a minute, and I work at an elementary school. I would always wear my brand, and I walked in to my classroom one day, and my students was like, "Why you always wear your brand?" I'm like, I mean, it's mine. You know, why you don't wear Nike? If I got my own brand, I don't have to wear Nike.
Right.
Then they was like, well, you can't be Nike if you ain't got your own shoe. And I was like, word? Okay. So y'all doing me like that. Like that. It was like, give me 8 months, I'll have a sample.
So the kids inspired the shoe.
Basically.
Wow.
Like, it was always like a goal or whatever, but I didn't think it would be this quick. You know, I thought it would be like further down the line, but they kind of put pressure on me. And I had to, show and prove.
That is so dope.
Yep.
I didn't know that.
Motivated by the kids, man.
Right.
As legit as it is.
Man, oh my God. So you have your own shoes.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about the shoe. Like, tell us the quality, just kind of how you came up with the color and the design of the shoe.
So I actually spent, I'll say about a year working at Champs in the mall.
Nice.
And I was kind of working and seeing how the sneaker business went about doing things. And when I would come into work, our manager would say, hey, look at the shoe wall to kind of see what's new. First thing that popped out was like a shoe with a loud color. So I was like, okay, if I ever made a shoe, you got to have a loud color. Okay. They said if you see the shoe on the wall, you're 15% more likely to pick it up. Once you pick it up, you're like 30% more likely to try it on. Once you try it on, you're like 80% more likely to buy it.
Nice.
So I'm like, bet, okay. So I got a color that stand out. That's why we kind of went with the neon green. And then it's like if I can get you to pick it up just based off the color, I can get you to try it on. Once you try it on, I'm good, So that's kind of that concept with the color. As far as like the name, the front runner, I don't know anybody that has their own shoe, personally. So I feel like, being that I'm the first person that I know that has their own shoe, I got to be a front runner.
Yeah.
Right.
I got to be leading the way. So even if I don't put out another shoe for like 2 years or however long, I'm the first person to do it. So
Right.
whoever does it based off my ideal concept, they can't say they did it, without me.
Right,
You know?
right. You
So,
inspired something here in the city.
Yeah.
Now, from what I remember, you came out with them, and then after a short period of time, you sold out.
Well, I mean, I still have like a few pair, but for the most part, so like I dropped them like the second week of December. I want to say like the Bread 11s came out. And I'm like, okay, I was going to do it like a week sooner, but I'm like, I'm a competitor at heart.
Yeah.
So everybody going out to get the J's, it's like, bad, let me drop my shoe on the same day.
Wow.
So
bold move.
based on my numbers, I was projected to only sell over half based on what I've done with like T-shirts and hoodies and stuff. But I did about 80%,
Wow.
during that weekend. So I was like, okay, that's pretty good. Obviously, like in the shoe market, you have ups and downs. Tax season it'll probably pick back up, but
Right.
but during that time I was like, okay, the Bread 11s came out, my shoe came out, I'm 80% gone. I feel like that's a success.
That's
So,
dope.
Yeah, that's legit for real.
So how did you pick the price point for the shoe? Because that's a big thing. You hear Jordans are like super people spending $200-$300 on shoes, even more than that.
Right.
And then you have, excuse me, things like the Shacks or whatever that are for the lower like end
brands.
Walmart brands or
Right,
whatever.
right. I mean, I just kind of looked at the market. So like I said, working at Champs, certain shoes that have like a classic or whatever nostalgia behind it, like the Reebok Classics or the Adidas Continentals, those are more, those are inexpensive.
Yeah.
Because it was like the first one they want you to wear it. It was like an everyday shoe.
Yeah.
But the shoes that have like a story behind it cost a little bit more. That's why the J's, cost more, the retros, because they always go back to a memory. Every time I would sell a shoe, they'd be like, man, I remember these came out. Jordan dropped 63 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they don't have a problem paying
Yeah.
150, almost 200 for a pair of J's. And I'm looking like, okay, if I can tap you into the story behind my shoe, then you shouldn't have a problem paying 125 for it. You feel me? So,
yeah.
and I'm somebody you can reach out and touch. MJ, LeBron, and those guys, I may never meet them.
Yeah.
You may never meet them.
Lifetime type thing.
You know what I'm saying? But you're going to walk and see me at Quick Trip.
Right,
You know?
right.
So just, feeling like if this shoe wasn't my shoe, I'd pay $125 for it any day of the week. I'd actually pay more,
I like the shoes. I
In
think
my
they're dope.
opinion.
Yeah, they are.
Super dope. I can't
I
wait to get me a
appreciate it.
pair. You don't got my size. I reached out to you. It's okay. It's
we
okay.
going to work something out.
Work something out because tax time is coming and Shorty about to be
Right.
balling, okay?
Right.
Okay.
Look at that tax. Man.
I'm waiting
Now,
on
but
mine too.
Let's talk Big Walk Apparel.
Okay.
So when did that start?
So technically, it started in 2013. So the name Big Walk actually came from, it was my nickname in high school playing football. Smallest guy on the team, never stepped on the football field where I was the biggest guy. But in key moments of the game, I would make plays. My last name is
Nice.
Walker, so they was like, Big Walk, okay.
Okay.
So, yeah. So
That's what's up.
I kind of took that with me, went to college. Guys I never met, they started calling me Big Walk. And it was kind of a testament to, me personally. Everybody has like a bigger thing that they have to do in their life,
Yeah.
that's beyond themselves. And in order to attain that, you have to have a strong mind,
Right.
positive way of thinking. So I was like, okay. So while I'm playing, smallest guy on the team, going up against these big guys, I had to, pump myself up, So one play I get hurt my shoulder, I can't play anymore. I was like, I got to keep this name going somehow. So it was always a dream of mine to have my own brand as I'm on my way to the NFL and all that. Well, the NFL dreams is gone, but I can still have my own brand. So
Nice.
sat in my apartment and kind of sketched out a logo and was like, okay, Big Walk Apparel, that kind of sound cool. And then boom, we run with it. Did a couple T-shirts here and there. Stalled out for a little bit. Life happened, but we back at it. So
Yeah. That's just super
So
dope.
there's one specific shirt that I've seen, hoodie that I've seen, is called Wealth is Mental.
Right.
Tell me what that about.
So I honestly believe that you can have all the tangible things, the cars, the money, the clothes, and all that. And if you don't have a strong mind, if you don't have a solid mind, you're going to fold,
Yeah.
you know? So the value is in your mental. Like you take somebody like Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, or Diddy or Jay-Z, like these guys use their mind to create something that's never been done, you know?
Yeah.
Who would have thought that you could have a computer basically in the palm of your hand?
Facts.
You know, touchscreen. Steve Jobs did, you know, so just that type of stuff. So his wealth was in what he could create, not what he actually had at the moment. So that's what wealth is mental mean.
That's deep. I think that that's a good message to send out to people, because I do think for some reason, like, everybody is so quick to, I mean, maybe it's just the way the world works now on the internet and things like that, but everybody wants to be YouTube famous. Everybody wants things, to happen instantly, you know? People don't understand the value of education and the process of really learning something and, you know, developing your mind. So I think that that's super dope. One thing I wanted to ask you is, how do you balance that? How do you balance, you said you work at the school, you have the clothing line, you have the shoes. I mean, how do you kind of keep all of that going?
I mean, I'm constantly like thinking.
Yeah.
So I guess I balance. I mean, I just gotta do it. You know, I'm married, got a daughter. She'll be 2 next month.
Man.
Be married for 8 years. May 25th. Shout out to Nisha Walker.
Shout out. You gotta shout out your lady, because you know she got home like, this nigga better say my name.
Right.
This nigga better shout me
you
out.
know, Arwen, my daughter. So, but yeah, I mean, I just have to.
Yeah.
You know.
Is she supportive? Your wife? Does she push you?
For sure. She doesn't like put pressure on me or anything like that to do anything. Most of the time, it's like, okay, like, you just gotta relax. I understand you want this to be perfect. You can't rush it. You can't do things like that. I don't listen all the time, but you know, but like I said, you know, I just have to do it. Like, balancing is just, I mean, what happens.
Yeah.
You know? Pops used to work third shift at his job, seeing him, you know, lose sleep to come watch me and my brothers play.
Yeah.
My mom, you know, working at the school and, you know, still coming home, cooking for us, going to college at night. Like, balance is just what it is.
Everybody gotta find
if you don't balance it, something's gonna be, you know, tipped over. It may be you or the thing, you know. Yeah. So you just gotta do it, you know.
I'm still trying to learn balance. It's a lot.
Right.
When things for me are like here, and then it's like something else is down here, and then I don't know. Finding balance is hard.
It comes
especially with kids.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
You just gotta know how to maintain. You know,
right.
You gotta know how to vibe in and just make it level.
Who would you say is someone? I know you mentioned like Steve Jobs and, you know, Diddy and Jay-Z and things like that, but who is someone that inspires you? Someone that you may even look to for like guidance or motivation or something like that?
I mean, I don't want to be cliche, but, you know, I'd say like Nipsey for sure.
That's definitely not cliche. That man is everything.
You know, Victory Lap. That whole album, and then the Marathon Continue, that whole thing like kind of speaks to where I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
You know, you can embrace the highs, but you got to know, okay, this high ain't gonna last forever. What we gonna do next?
Yeah.
Obviously, Nipsey. I listen to like a lot of like Dick Gregory. Who else? Eric Thomas, motivational speaker.
That's nice.
But yeah, like Master P, like
Master P is awesome.
I mean, he's a little bit, you know, before me or whatever. I didn't really grow up on rap music like that, but kind of going back and seeing, you know, how he did No Limit, and then P. Miller with the jerseys and clothing and stuff, like very, very inspirational.
Yeah.
So just those guys kind of keep me in the right frame of mind You know, when
Yeah.
I'm feeling like I'm at my lowest or whatever, or I can't create anything, I'm like, okay, let me tap in to see what they did. That type of stuff. So,
Yeah.
Already.
yeah.
So you got youth that's looking up to you. You got other people that's looking at you and saying, hey, he's making positive moves.
Right.
He's doing big things with his clothing line, and also with the shoes that he's pushing right now.
Right.
What do you have to say to the people right now who's motivated and trying their hardest to get to that?
I mean, just keep doing it. Like I always say, I tell people, before I wanted to create a shoe, I didn't know how to do it. Like like I said, we have these computers in our hands, all cell phones, iPhones, Samsung, whatever.
Yeah.
Google is a powerful thing.
Yeah, it is.
Never would have known, okay, a sneaker manufacturer, what's that? You know?
Yeah.
I thought Nike was like, it was just Nike headquarters, they do it all there. But now they have other companies that help them, and they do that same thing too.
Yep.
So, but yeah, just do your research, tap in. It's going to be sleepless nights. My shoes were produced over in China. They're 12 hours ahead. So there would be some time I'd be up from 11 p.m. to like 4 in the morning, communicating back and forth. You know,
It's dedication.
right. You know, 14-month process.
Yeah.
Dealing with 400 manufacturers, trying to get prices and numbers. I had no idea there was a minimum order that you had to have. Had no idea that outsoles or uppers were separate things. Like I
Yeah.
thought it was like, oh, boom, the shoe, this is it.
Right.
But different components, all that. So it took a lot of research, a lot of time, a lot of effort. But I mean, I just stayed down with it. This is something that I wanted to do, so I just kept going. So that's what they got to do too, you know.
So
Yeah.
if you create a shoe that catches the Nike's eye and they
Right.
want to buy it,
Right.
is it yes, no,
I
depends?
so
Say
like,
if the numbers is
Is
right.
it-
you know what I'm saying? Like I would say definitely if the numbers is right. But I feel like if a brand like Nike wants my shoe, that means I'm doing something right. So I don't necessarily have to take a
The deal.
Right.
You know, it could definitely be a partnership. But if Nike is like, man, this guy in Wichita, Kansas has a nice shoe, then I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
And
You
that's
know.
and that's the smart way to do it, is not to just have them come and buy you out, but to have that partnership with you where you're both working together with this major company.
Yeah.
And you never know where it could go from there.
Yeah, because I think my
They
bad.
might even signature your own clothing line in that too.
Yeah, because you gotta
Right.
have the clothes to go with the shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Right, because I think Master P said something like, when he first started out, somebody was going to offer him $1 million. And his brother was like, man, you better take that $1 million. And he was like, but if he's saying I'm worth $1 million, that means he's going to make 10, 20,
Right.
30 million off me. So instead of going with that guy, he just stayed down with what he was doing. Now, maybe his money didn't come until like 2 or 3 years later,
Yeah.
but it came,
Right.
you know. So so if Nike reach out to me, you know, do your thing, but you know, I might just be, I'll see you in a couple years.
Okay.
Nike,
know.
if you
I ain't
tuned
mad at
in,
it.
You know, we
make
can,
sure y'all peep out them shoes, man.
yeah, we can do a
Man.
collab for sure.
Put
Man.
Wichita on the map.
Right.
And I can model the shoes. You know, I gotta plug myself. I got good feet. I can model the shoes. I'm trying to get my check in there too.
Right.
Okay, so when you're not designing shoes, you're not at the school working with the kids, you're not at home being a husband and a father, what are you doing? Like, if people really kind of want to get to know you as a person, because I think that sells a lot of people's merch and, you know, things too, when they fall in love with the person, you know, like who you are, and then they want to kind of see you win, you know. So how would you kind of explain yourself or, you know, break down who Chris Walker is?
I mean, I'm kind of reserved, so like I really don't go out and like party or anything like that. That's just not me.
Yeah, I ain't never seen him at the club.
Right, but I mean, I think After Dark probably was like the first time I really like stepped out.
Yeah.
And I'm 26, you know.
Okay.
So but I'm normally at the gym or I may be at the crib, like just reading or listening to an interview or something if I'm not designing or something like that. But yeah, I don't really move around too much.
Don't get out
you
there
know?
and like mingle too much.
I feel like the more like you out there, you kind of open yourself up for like a lot of bad stuff here and there. It's a lot of good too, but I just feel like I got a lot, riding on me.
That's what's up.
With my family and stuff. I don't need to put myself in that situation.
Okay, all right. I got more questions, Chris. I'm just trying not to hog the mic, so.
Hey, go ahead
you
and ask your
good.
question.
Yeah,
I got a lot of questions.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I was gonna ask you, 26. That's what you said, right?
Yeah,
26.
26.
That's super, 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 super young. And you've been married for 8 years.
8 years.
OMG.
Yeah.
I was starting and bopping still at 26. I ain't ashamed of it. Shut up. I done grown. I'm matured now. Don't judge me out there.
So what you doing now?
I'm a good, wholesome woman. I'm not thotting and bopping. I go home. I don't go out as much anymore.
So you that woman that the men, we're not going to get back on that.
You know, did you see that on Facebook? Did you see that on Facebook?
I did. I was just comment watching.
I know. So,
Right,
okay,
right.
what did you think about some of the comments, like, from either side?
So, like, as it pertains to, like, the women, because can you restate the question?
Okay, so, like, what did you think about the comments? Just you say you were comment watching.
Yeah.
So, like, from the men and the women.
But, like, your original question on the post?
Oh, the original question was, there's so many good-looking ladies in Wichita, so many good-looking men. Why? What is the problem, fellas? Why are these ladies single? Why are you not going after these women? And then vice versa for the ladies.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I've been married since I was 18.
Yeah.
So, like, basically, once I tapped in, like, with my wife, I ain't really been out, like, looking like that.
Yeah.
But, like,
Is that hard? I know I didn't mean to cut you off, but is that hard?
Not really for me. I mean, I feel like when I'm very goal oriented, so when I was 18, I knew,
Oh, okay.
I was already like, okay, like she's vibing with me through this, that, and the other. Why would I even try to mess that up by go doing something else? You know? So I'm once I say I'm locked in, I'm locked in.
Rare breed
You
right
know,
here,
so,
ladies and gentlemen.
My parents, they've been married for like 40-something years.
Wow.
So I'm like, hey,
you
they
had a
did
good
it.
example.
You know what I'm saying? They did it. I feel like I can do it. But as far as like the question, I mean, I see a lot of personas on like social media.
Told you. See? Mm-hmm.
That
let the man finish.
aren't necessarily like how they are in person.
Right.
What I post on social media is authentic to who I am in person. So when you see me and you can ask me about what I post on social media, I'm be like, oh yeah, that's what it was. No gimmicks, no games. But certain people, they have a life that they have on social media versus in real life.
Yep.
So when you portray something on social media and somebody approach you under that persona and you know that that's not really you, it's kind of hard to maintain that persona in real life. So that goes for both men and women.
I agree.
So it kind of it makes the water a little bit murky when you're not being true all the way through.
And I think the fact that you had a good example,
Right.
like, in my opinion, that goes a long way. Because a lot of people, that's rare. Like, a lot of people did not grow up with both their mom and their dad. And if they did, it was dysfunctional as hell. There was a lot of fighting, or there was a lot of cheating going on, kids
Right.
outside of the marriage or whatever else. And so when you really don't have an example of what love and commitment and a union is supposed to be, it's kind of hard to kind of get it right yourself.
Right, for sure. And I'm not perfect. I ain't never cheated or anything like that. But it's just certain things like when you're learning the other person, you may do things that's natural to you, and they may affect your partner differently. And you may have to tweak that just a little bit to make them comfortable. They may have to tweak something in them to make you comfortable. But yeah, like you said, like, I had wonderful examples.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it was a little bit easier to kind of. It gave me the confidence to gonna step out there.
Yeah. Now, before we get out, I want to make sure that everybody knows how they can get in touch with you, whether that's for, a partnership link up or you got a new shoe coming out, you
sure.
got new merch coming out. So how would people get in contact with you and what you got going on?
Like you could do, hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Big Walk Apparel. Instagram is Big Walk _CEO. Yeah, as far as like right now, I really don't have too much going on. I'm kind of just chilling out, letting the shoes do their thing.
Right.
And then I'll probably have something new in March.
Nice.
I'm just taking this time to just chill out and relax a little bit. December was kind of hectic with the shoes, so. But yeah, just taking this time to chill out, be with family, and then we'll go from there.
Oh,
So-
shout out, we got a spring release coming
I
up.
know,
Right,
like,
right.
Man.
I'm
Okay,
trying to
so
have the
could
whole
it custom?
thing.
Could I customize some shoes if I called you and I'm like, yo, I'll pay the price, but I need some salmon pink,
Salmon.
salmon like
Salmon.
pink. Man, it's a different color. I need some salmon
I
pink
mean, right now,
fire on my feet.
right now we don't do customs
Oh.
because we still small. But once we get to where we need to get to, like that'd definitely be an option.
Okay.
For
No
sure,
special
for sure.
orders yet.
Not
yet.
yet. Not yet.
Gotta wait.
You know.
She gonna cry in the car.
Yeah, I am. Chris knows me.
Nah, yeah. Hey, you know.
Hey, I'm just waiting on them black ones you said you was gonna release soon.
Okay.
For sure.
Black is good. Black is good. But green is my favorite color. I really like the green joints. They stand out
They nice.
like a lot. Yeah.
They are nice.
And they look super
appreciate it.
comfortable. Are they heavy?
No, 19 ounces.
Woo.
Okay.
19 ounces. I went with the knit material because it's lighter.
Mm-hmm.
It fits more like a sock. The outsole is very light. It's a foam / rubber outsole.
Nice.
So
Comfortable.
it's durable. It's comfortable. So yeah, like I'm an athletic guy. So you can train in them. You can run in them. You can do whatever in them, and then you can dress them up and be fly in them.
Right,
So that's
right.
kind of what I envision
yeah.
with the shoes.
Universal.
So
Universal.
That's what's up.
Well, I want a pair, so I'm gonna be mad.
I got you.
Okay.
I got you.
All right. Well, I don't want to keep you all night. I know it's Saturday night. Wifey probably at home,
Hey.
ready for
know.
you to come home. She gonna be mad at us, and I'm gonna blame it all on Chris.
go
I'm gonna
home,
be like,
thank
Chris
you.
is the reason we was running behind.
Of course, the women want to put it on the man.
That's right. All right. So before we get out of here, any last words, any shout outs, anything like that you want to get out?
I would just say, kind of piggyback on what I said earlier. If you have anything that you want to do in life, no matter how big or small, take the necessary steps to invest in yourself. Invest the time in. It's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be easy, but just kind of grit and grind and make it happen. That's all I can say.
Hell yeah. Well, y'all heard the man. Grit, grind, stop making excuses. Get out there and do it.
Right.
Be motivated.
The legit way.
The legit way.
All right. Well, until next time, y'all know what it is. It's your girl, J.NICHELLE.
It's your boy Chris Key.
And we out.
Now that's legit.